from the Dominican Republic, and it has
You're lying.
everything you need in
Puerto
there.
Ricans too now. Puerto Ricans too.
Oh,
Hey.
Puerto Ricans too.
Yes,
No,
Puerto
not
Rican
stew.
food.
San
Sancocho.
From the Dominican Republic. So we do have it. It's amazing. It helps you to revive. If you actually have a hangover, that's what you want it to. You definitely need it. All right, guys, we are live. I can see it right here on my phone. We're live, guys. Welcome to a Mindset Monday, guys. It is the end of the year, pretty much. So we hit that basically last Mindset Monday until the next year. So we have a really great topic today to discuss. But before we start, we want to who had an amazing time this past Friday? Because I gotta say, not one hand, but two hands, because I was on the dance floor the whole time. Who had an amazing time?
It was awesome.
Great.
How was your night?
It was great.
Rosalia, I saw her. She was doing the conga line, everything up in there.
No, Rosalia was on leash.
She had the glasses and everything.
It was so good. It was
We definitely
seeing
had
everybody happy, seeing everybody dancing. It was awesome.
Yeah, we had an amazing time. I want to thank Joe, La Rosa, and Dina for putting this together. I mean, I think this is one of the years that we had the most agent.
I think there was like almost 800 people there. I think it was packed. It was packed.
Yeah. So it was amazing to see everybody dressed up. Thank you guys for coming up, showing up, and big shout out to all three officers. You need Lake Nona, Premier, and Orlando office. You guys definitely rock. Love to see everybody in those amazing outfits. And can't wait to see the original videos that are coming out, because I know we did some professional videos. So we're super excited when those come out, hopefully today. But we are definitely, this is what La Rosa is about, is this family, passion, and growth. So definitely doing activities like this so for us to come together. And talking about activities, guys, so we have a full week of activities, which is pretty much our last week up here, getting you guys pumping. However, we're still going to be available via phone, via text. So one of the activities, first is going to be tomorrow at Premier office. We're doing a nice get together. It's going to be kind of like I would call it like our last meeting for the year. So great time to come over. Let us know if you have any questions, but that one is going to be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Again, all the offices are welcome to Party Hub. So if anyone here wants to participate in Premier office, that's going to be right across the street from the Waterford Lakes Plaza. Then on Thursday, we have our cookies and hot chocolate with Santa at Nona. So don't forget that we have those on my agent account. Please register so we can have a head count. And then Friday, we have our Orlando office has a little Christmas party as well. This is from 2 to 5, correct, for you guys?
Yep, yes, 3 to 5.
Take
Santa, professional picture. Well. So it's going to be great food.
Priscilla, nothing is little when we organize parties, okay? Nothing is little.
It's not little. It is going to be really, really, really.
Again, guys, you guys have the opportunity to hop from office to office this week. It's a great chance, also an opportunity for you guys to meet face to face with all of us here, that we see each other in this Zoom calls. And what a great opportunity, because you know what, this business is all about connection. It's all about who do you know. In case you have a listing and you want to find your buyer, you already can put that name, you can put a face to it. So it's a great opportunity for us to be able to mingle around and feel comfortable to go around different offices. We have great stuff coming up for next year where we're going to be working together. I know also with Cheryl now managing the office in St. Cloud. So we're going to have another set of agents logging in and join us. And again, what a great family. This is where we say family, right? So we're family here. Now we have Nona, Premier, Orlando, and now St. Cloud as well, as a huge, big family that you guys can utilize the offices anytime you want. You can go ahead, and we're doing activities every week in different offices. So you guys have the opportunity and feel comfortable, right, to be able to hang out all together. So again,
Priscilla, at what time is in Nona?
We are sending a survey today to Nona to figure it out if it would be better during the morning or the afternoon. So please let us know on the survey. It's going to be sent out today at 10 a.m. And then let us know if 11 a.m. is a good time for you or 2 p.m. because I'm getting pushed back between both those times. So we'll let you know, hopefully by the end of the day, what time the agents decided that will works best for them. All right, guys, everybody ready for our Mindset Monday?
We are.
Here we are. Cesar, you want to start off with that, or
yeah, I'll start it off because it's crazy how it's already December. What's today? December 15th. December 15th.
We have
Ooh,
two
December 15th.
more Mondays left.
Yes, 2 more Mondays left of the entire year, and it's crazy how time flies. We're already in 2026 when the other day was just 2024, 2023, and now all of a sudden we're in 2026. Time is definitely going fast. And this is something that kind of as the year goes and the years coming, it's something that kind of we have to be paying attention to a lot of things that are happening around us, not only personal, business, everything, and that's kind of the topic for today as coming into the new year that we need to really really start paying attention to opportunities and things that are around us that we have on an everyday basis, and sometimes we don't even see them because the thing is that a lot of agents as they're coming into the new year, they start asking the big questions like what's next, what's going to happen next, am I on the right path, is this really what I'm meant to do, and that all is coming from the aspect of either lack or feeling that you're missing something, and I believe that we strongly have everything we need. We already have every single thing that we need, because the thing is that a lot of the times when businesses have breakthroughs, it doesn't come when it's calm, when it's clear most of the time. Because the whole thing is that, most breakthroughs come with that moment of like, oh my goodness, I didn't know I had this opportunity. I didn't know I had this opportunity while you're grinding, while you're still trying to figure things out, while you're still doing work that you do not love. Because we do a lot of things right now in the business sometimes that we might not necessarily enjoy. I don't want to make 100 calls a day because that's not the sexy part of the business. That's not the sexy part of that business. But the thing is that most successful business come from that work that we do not love doing, that we do not love doing. So we have to pay attention to those type of things. And the way we're framing now mindset is we're trying to relate it to a story always to figure to give some credibility behind the story. It's not just us speaking. Of course, we have tons of stories that we can say, but when we talk about a specific person or a specific business or whatever that came about from their own story, when you can hear that story is amazing. And Norma had brought a story about and I'm gonna let them talk because that's a ladies topic. I don't wear those things, but it's very interesting because it's the story about Sarah Blakely, the one that created spandex. I really like her story because of the fact it relates so much to real estate. So Norma, I know you researched it. Can you tell us a little bit how Sarah, what was Sarah Blakely doing? What was she doing before she actually even got to where she's at well, not the invention, I guess, yeah. Before that started.
Bueno, she started doing selling fax machine, houses to houses, like I did in my time, selling Rinawares at night after working, after my full-time job. So she was selling that, was on commission. She got rejected the whole time because how many times you can buy a fax machine? They said be rejected, but the next morning she wake up new, fresh, and she start doing it again. No commission, like us, no commission, nothing, rejected all the time, but she keep doing. While she's selling the fax machine, she's trying to wear a white pants, then something see-through, and she figured it out. They go, okay, let me put something underneath and cut it. I didn't that story. I didn't.
Yeah, she basically had the pants that were see-through, and she was trying to figure it out. Ladies, we hate panty lines. That's why Cisa's like, I don't want to touch this subject. So I figured out, hey, if I wear a pantyhose and I cut it, I can do this. And then it doesn't show it, and it looks great. So that was the whole idea with her. The first time she's like, oh my God, how come then no one has invented something like this that can we as a lady love to use, and nobody has this product out there. And again, going from selling fax machine to create a product that she's a multi-million, not million, billion-dollar lady today business is just bananas. How do you go from 0 to 1,000?
Well, for like when I was reading that part of no commission, constant rejection, no guarantees, and then the thing is that what she ended up doing in the sense of the idea that happened, the $1 million idea or the $1 billion idea that happened really didn't come from the actual work that she was actually doing. It didn't come from it. But she was in the grind. She was doing the day-to-day stuff. She was doing all the things that happened. And then all she was doing was trying to solve a problem. All she was doing was trying to solve a problem that she had at the moment, that she wanted to wear something different or something that was more comfortable since she was out there doing door-to-door sales. Because door-to-door sales, we know we got to be comfortable. You can't be out there in a suit, in the hot sun, especially in Florida, out there, knocking on doors. So the main idea was that she was solving a problem that she had. When she actually solved it, what Priscilla mentioned, the question, she didn't stop and say, "Oh, this is a $1 billion idea. Let me work on this." No, she didn't think about that at that moment because she wasn't thinking about that. But she did ask one good question. And that's what I believe that we should look at as we're coming into 26 is what questions are we asking ourselves? What great questions are we asking ourselves so we can better prepare for and better prepare and be able to hit our goals in 2026. The question that she asked, what Priscilla mentioned, why doesn't this exist already? In our case, what am I doing today? What have I done in 2025 that didn't work? Instead of focusing on, a lot of agents during this time, a lot of agents decide to, this is not working out, let me go somewhere else and try to figure it out. Everything starts with us. Everything starts with us in the question that we're asking ourselves of how we're going to improve. What are we going to stop doing that we did in 2025 that didn't give us the results we wanted? Or what is exactly we're going to continue doing now in 2026? Do we have a plan or not? We have to start asking better questions. That way, we have better results. Because the thing is that when we start paying attention to those things, then we start seeing more results because now we're trying to solve some of the problems that we're facing in our business, not just playing the victim role. Things are not working out, I'm not selling. It's the end of the year and I didn't hit my goal. We can't reminisce on those things. We have to stay focused on the goal and focus on where we're headed, because we have some things that we have to deal with and we have to ask the right questions so we can improve and continue moving forward.
Also, Cesar, that's right. But also, this time of the year, we tend to look retrospect, to what we did in the year and say, wow, I'm here. I don't have all the sales I used to have, maybe the 2024, or I didn't accomplish my goal. And some people get frustrated, get anxious, get depressed because they didn't accomplish their year the way they want to finish the year. But that's why we are here. The community. How do you say? How to become better and not frustrated at this time of the year. That's what
let's talk about that really quick. Let's talk about that because you said that we're frustrated. I'm gonna put it as me. We're frustrated. I'm not gonna say anybody. I'm not gonna do
Me too.
put anybody. We're frustrated because we didn't hit our goal. We're frustrated because we didn't accomplish the income that we wanted to make or whatever the case is. But the better question is, okay, why didn't we do it? I am pretty sure that if all of us had a one-on-one, we can figure out that there's something that we stopped doing or something that we decided not to do. We didn't do to not hit our goal. Because the thing is that, sometimes a lot of us are expecting or wanting to things to improve when your closes increase, or when your confidence grows, or when the year looks better in essence. So all these things, you can't be waiting for these things to happen because those things happen in the middle of the work that you're doing. You know what I mean? That's the whole part about it. So if we actually like remove ourselves from like the playing the victim role and be actually asking, okay, why didn't I hit this? What could I have done better? You know, paying attention to those little things, paying attention to
Insert.
that, asking the right questions. That's it again?
No, it's not. I talked to a lot, other agents, and few of them say, "Oh my gosh, I have my closing. I focus everything in this closing. Now I close. I don't have nothing in my pipeline." This is a lot of problem with us. Can we focus in one closing? And when they close, we don't have anything. We put all the energy in just one closing. This is something that you need to find every day. You need to look for your 90 days closing every day, because that happens a lot.
Opportunity.
Do you and one of the things that I love about the story too is that she was still selling her machines. She was still knocking doors while she was developing her expanded business. It took her 2 years. I linked for a little bit with this story because I came from working in retail, was assistant manager for this giant company, Sephora. And I remember that when I got my license, I didn't think about just quitting because it's like, hey, I still need the income. I know how hard it is to go from the salary to just a commission base. And it took me 2 years, guys. It was 2 years, me no days off. It was 2 years working 7 days a week, after I get out of work, go showing homes. But I knew I was planting the seeds that I needed to be able to be here today and be able to tell the story. Hey, I was back there, I was doing the work, even though if I didn't see results. I remember Cesar also shared the story because it took me as well 6 months before I saw my first home in real estate. And you feel like, man, I'm putting so many hours. I'm working, basically getting out of one job at 5, clocking in basically my real estate work, going out there, doing an open house, and I didn't see anything happening. But those seeds that I planted eventually grew into what it is now, a solid career. And that's what, one of the things that I feel in this business, sometimes we fail to understand that it takes time, that it takes effort, that sometimes we just want to see that quick closing, and it takes some time to get there. But once you get there, like Norman say, we got to continue to grow, continue to plant to see, because the next 3 months, we have to make sure that what do we have, what is my pipeline at? And it definitely, that's how I relate it with the story. And, I love how you go from just an idea to be able to develop it into what it is now.
Because I love that because of I know you got your hands on mine. That one quick second before, the whole thing is that there's tons of opportunity. We all have the same opportunities, and like sometimes a lot of the agents, they're going and trying to figure things out outside, trying to figure out what's the best thing, when at the end of the day, right here, this thing right here is the number one thing that people mostly neglect. That there's tons of opportunities in here, and there's something that we all need to focus on in 2026 coming into this year, is focus on everyone you have in this year. This is your most neglected list of people that you have tons of opportunity. You already have with you. Yeah, your secret weapon, you already have the opportunity. Of course, we're going to continue expanding. And while we're doing this, we're going to go ahead and, look for opportunities outside, and look for opportunities, outside of the, other ways of making business. But in the end, this right here, you have so many opportunities in here in this phone that I don't understand why we neglect this so much. And this is one opportunity right here that we all of us have, because we all have this phone, and I'm pretty sure every single one of us has 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 contacts in here that we don't even go after because for being scared or for whatever the case is.
You have the excuse, the Christmas, calling everybody and greeting, at Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Merry Christmas, or Happy Hanukkah, or whatever they celebrate.
So if your problem is you don't have enough leads to calls, if your problem, because the whole idea, it turned out to be basically this whole entire mindset is kind of, she was solving a problem that she had at the moment. What's the problem that we're facing right now? We don't have enough leads, not enough closings, we don't hit our goals. That's our problem. So what are we doing? Let's start looking and pay attention to the opportunities that we already have in front of us, this is one of them. And then there's a bunch of other ones that we can do, you know. So as you come into to the new 2026, you know, one reflection question you can ask is, what problem are you repeatedly seeing in your business that you might be overlooking, you know? And if it's leads, shoot, you got one right here. That's just one problem solved right there. If you don't understand, okay, what am I gonna say to them? Okay, let's build a script. Shoot, we have ChatGPT now that can help us with that stuff now. So
Yeah.
it's something that we can find the solution to the problems that we have. You know, not necessarily. I hear agents all the time me, oh, this is not working out. This is the what? It's just a bunch of noise. Let's figure out what is it you want to get. What's the problem that's preventing that you believe is preventing you from getting there, and let's get a solution for that and start moving forward. You know, because she didn't let her problem of not figuring out, you know, what to wear or whatever the case is for being more comfortable at door knocking. She didn't prevent that from stopping her, and sometimes that does stop us. Oh, I feel too uncomfortable. I don't feel like wearing this. You know what? I'm too stressed. I'm not gonna do anything. You know, and we have to be real careful with that. We got to be real careful with that.
And now all women wear Spanish. Every woman.
Yes.
And,
yeah. And you know what? Sometimes we wait to be ready to get the knowledge, to you know, to be prepared. But no, sometimes we just need to add, because that was Sarah did. She was not ready. She didn't have investor. She didn't have help. So she only have a dream that she wants to accomplish, and she worked for that. And she never saw her idea, because when everything was like almost set up, she find people that want to buy the dream. But she said, no, that's my dream, and I'm going to accomplish. And thanks God she didn't do it, because now look now. So sometimes we only have to add and not think about if we're ready or not. I remember someone that came here as we invite someone, and he was talking about two people, two family members that are realtor, and she said, well, my mom, she's not ready, but she go out and, you know, talk to people. And my husband, he's more cautious, and he doesn't want to talk. He wants to be ready. He wants to be prepared. And she's killing it. I remember she said she's killing it, but she never stopped. But he is waiting to be ready and to do something, you know, nice, to go outside, go to different networking, do something nice. But she just talked to everybody, and that's why she is being good in the business. She's doing really well. So sometimes we only have to act. That's what we do.
I want to say something to what you said, because the part of someone tried to buy her business, and she was like, no, she's not going to. She wasn't going to sell it. She was going to just continue, you know, pushing forward. And honestly, if someone's presenting you $1 million or $2 million in a tough situation, and you're in a rough spot that you just in your mind you're already spending the money before you even got it, you know, because you're like, man, this could change my whole life. But you have to be like in tune with yourself, in the sense of believing and having the confidence that what you have in your mind, what goal you have in your brain, or what that's gonna drive you, and you believe that, no, I can, it's more than just that. Man, that's gotta be a strong belief in us. That's gotta be a very strong belief in yourself to be able to do that, to walk away from a guaranteed thing, you know what I mean? And believe in your goal and believe in your dream. And does it, how we correlate this back to real estate? I mean, for example, give you an example, me, I was one to quit cold turkey when I first started in the business. And I didn't even get into real estate the first time around. When I first quit my job, I spent 6 months doing something else, and then I got into real estate. But I don't believe that we give ourselves enough credit in the sense of the confidence and the faith that it takes to be able to do this job, to do, not want to call it a job, to do this career in the way we do it. Remember, we don't get no money unless we sell. You know, we don't get nothing. We don't get a paycheck. That's faith right there for us to be in a business, doing it for many years, and not have something guaranteed on a monthly basis. You know, and that's something that is that what?
No, in doing that, we working with excellence. We serve with excellence with every client, even if we don't have a penny.
Correct.
We haven't
That
closed
takes
anything.
that takes a lot of faith and a lot of belief in yourself that you can actually do this. All of us have that faith right now and belief that we can make this, but sometimes we let everything else distract us from the actual faith and that faith that's going to push us forward into those things, because the whole thing is that we need the faith and the belief in ourselves that we can actually do it. Just like she did. That takes a lot of strength to be able to do something that way. Say,
You're mute. You're on mute.
well, mute. Who?
Okay, now.
It takes a lot of faith for us to do what we're doing, and belief in ourselves to actually believe that we can hit those goals that we want, because we can hit those goals. We have to, it starts with us in believing, just like she did when she didn't want to sell and we have, there's tons of stories out there that talk about how they rejected an offer on their business or whatever the case is, because they believed more in what they were doing and their goal and in their dream. And that's something that we all should do better coming into 2026, is believing more in ourselves, believing that we're capable of doing this, regardless of the rejection, regardless if we don't have seen the results, regardless of anything, because it's more than just us. We have a family, we have goals we want to reach. There's things that we want to accomplish that we haven't done. So 2026, believe more in yourself and really carry that through the whole entire 2026. That way it makes it's just gonna, I don't know, it's just something's gonna help you more. It's just
And I
it's just
think
out of
balance,
the
Caesar. It's like a balance. I feel like us now going into this new year. I know we worked on this past couple weeks, we worked on a business planning, on a vision board. And now that we said the next step out of this before the year ends is write things down, write and create a schedule. Create like what is I go on my schedule and even know exactly what time I'm taking a break, even though I don't have to clock in and clock out, but it's giving more control of what it needs to be done. And I think when we take control of our time, because it's a same 24 hours, we keep saying this, it's 24 hours for everybody, but it's what it makes a difference, like what really we're doing with those 24 hours. How can we really be productive with those 24 hours? The time blocking for me is one of the main thing that we have to learn when we get into this career. And the agent, they're not learning how to block their time. They just, time is passing by, and that's how they ended up at the end of the year asking these questions about like, what did I do? What happened in 2025? How come I didn't reach my goals? But then, so when you go back into it, I love how our iPhones give us a kind of like a little screenshot of how much time we spend in different areas. I have my set up. If I spend more than an hour in a social media in a day, I'm like, I wasted a whole hour. I should have been doing what all the activities I should have been done during that hour that would create business. One other thing I do as well is like Norma said in the beginning, is like every day you have to go out there, and I call it go fishing. So I'll go fishing on a daily basis. Those fishes, what I call the clients already on the contract, they're already on the contract. Don't open that email yet. First make your phone calls. First find the next deal, then your next 90 days. And after that, then you go ahead and deal with the whatever situation we have going on with the clients already on the contract.
It was Santos Cheryl first. I'm not sure who was it, but whoever.
Cheryl.
Cheryl, go ahead, Shaden.
Hey, with this Sarah story, it reminded me that it actually things happen when you're working. We have a saying in my country that you need to be in the streets that for something to hit you. Tú tienes que estar en la calle para que se te pegue algo. You need to be in the streets so that's with that being said, is that and that you need to be working in order for to create that momentum, and things are gonna start happening when you're doing those calls, when you're getting those rejections, when you're doing what you need to do. Things are gonna come because you're creating that momentum, and that
Yes.
energy, everything flows. How's that saying, Tony Robbins? Is where your energy
Energy goes, your
goes.
focus
When
goes.
you focus on, your energy go.
The other way, but yeah.
Something like that, right?
Something like that.
Yes, and for me, this year I was Sarah. for real. This year, I say, you know what? There's only one option for me this year. One option. I asked my husband, hey, stop doing your work because I need you here with my kids and me. Because trucking guys, you don't see your husband ever. And I say, you know what? I'm gonna make this year our year, guys. And I was like horses like this. And when you do the work, things is gonna start aligning. And I heard someone saying, hey, can you, Cheryl, I noticed that you're always busy doing working. I was just doing videos and I was not getting, I didn't have no leads or anything working at that moment, but they noticed the impression that I was super busy. And they say, I want to give my business to someone who's busy because I know they're doing their job. I was like, wow, that's incredible. People prefer to give business to someone they think is busy because they know that they're going to have their job done instead of giving to someone who doesn't have nothing in their plate yet, that they can give them the 100% time to their business. They prefer to give it to someone who's busy because they understand that that person is gonna get it done. For me, that was wow, and I was busy the whole time. Yes, Caesar, you want to say something? Go,
No,
go.
no, I'm glad you, what you said there is the perception, because
I
of
was
course we know
about
we're
to say
busy,
that.
but the perception, it's insane how
Yes.
perception makes such a big difference. The perception, and we fail so many times not to. Of course, we're not lying to people. Of course, we're out there working, we're grinding, we're doing our thing, but it's just crazy how people evaluate you without even knowing what's going on behind the scene. They just look at the front, and they're like, oh, this person's got to be selling a ton of houses. And because
Yeah.
they're always out there, and they don't even know it's all scheduled posts and this and the third, and you're just, kind of waiting, So the
We're not
perception is
lying.
crazy.
We
Yeah,
creating
we're
the
not. No, we're not
momentum.
lying. I'm not
Creating the
saying.
momentum.
But let me tell you how I'm lying. I'm just
No,
basically
no, no, no. I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm not saying that you're lying.
No. Yeah, no, of
but
course
yes,
not.
basically the opportunity come while you're still on the grind. And
Mhm.
and when you focus on something, there's only one thing that can happen. The only way that something that is not gonna work is when you stop doing it. When you stop doing
Yes.
it, that's when it's not gonna happen. But if not, it's gonna happen. And I just want to end saying that yes, when people see that you're actually doing something, what happens is not that they feel that you're selling enough. Is that you are there reminding them that you're in real estate. And that's what we do
Mhm.
on social media, just to remind people in a funny way, a crazy way, or whatever way you want to do it, informative way to remind them. So when they're ready, they know you're there because you're busy doing the work.
Yes,
That's
yes,
correct.
yes.
You didn't have clients,
Are
you didn't have
busy.
lead, but you didn't give up. You kept posting videos, going out there. I know you even record some videos, but you had to post it to that. She comes up with amazing ideas of video recording. The one with like a magic, the thing was hanging. So you know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna post it today. But again, that means a lot that you put up the work, even though you didn't have any leads, and you still put up the work to be able to look like sisters say, I don't look like I'm busy, and clients start like asking you questions and want to work with you because they saw you being present in social media every single day. So that says a lot, Cheryl. And now we have
That's
Santos, we
work.
have
That's
you,
work.
Hannah.
That's work. I mean, that's still work.
Yeah, go ahead, Santos.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, I just believe in that when we are sometimes in a comfort zone and you just decide just in your mind just to do something, everything comes up. And not everything goes as planned, but everything teaches you something all the time. The discipline outlast motivations is a must. Consistency, even when it's so quiet, always pay off. I think that I believe in that. And maybe for this 2026, I can say that I am step in the more clarity, more focus, more experience, new challenges. And this is something that we have in our mind, to do what we are doing to do it better. That's it.
That's
You
awesome.
are in the right place. to excel.
Well, as we're finalizing today's mindset, because I know that we all gotta get to work. No, I'm playing. This is something that 2025. If you didn't hit your goals or didn't get to where you needed to be, a quiet year does not mean that it was a wasted effort, that you wasted your time. Think about it more as this was some groundwork. This is groundwork, and also make sure that you understand that getting to the next level or getting to where you want to be this year, coming here in 26, does not come from quitting and starting something else, or trying to pivot into something completely different, new, or starting over. Don't think about it that, okay, for me to take it to I have to do these things. And sometimes we do believe that, and really believe that the work that you did, even though you didn't get to the goals that you want, because there's goals I didn't hit either, but it was more for the groundwork. Okay. So in regards to this year coming up, really, start asking. I have some questions that I wrote down. What does this year teach you that will make you the next year stronger? These are great reflection questions. It's so important for us to reflect on a weekly or bi-weekly or monthly basis. I mean, I have set questions that I try to answer every week or every 2 weeks, because that allows us to align. Because if not, then we get caught up way over there on left field and we're not reflecting. So reflecting, it's a huge part of this, so us to can troubleshoot our business, troubleshoot ourselves as well. Because if you're not reflecting, then how are you troubleshooting yourself? How are you troubleshooting yourself? How do you know that what you're doing is the right thing? How do you know that you're on the right path if you're not troubleshooting the things that you're doing? That's why it's so important to reflect. I'm a big thing on journaling. Journaling is huge because that is the best way for you to kind of realign. That's the best way for you to answer those tough questions, especially now coming into the new 2026. And if you want to have a better year, you got to start asking better questions. That way you can align those answers to the actions that you're doing on a daily basis. So really reflection, what did this year teach me that it will make me stronger next year? If it was, oh, should I make enough calls? So what am I gonna do this year? Make more calls. If I need to talk to more people, if I gotta talk to 5 or 7 people per day, where I'm gonna get these people? That's the reason why we do the business planning, in the sense, trying to understand the amount of people that you need to speak to on a daily basis to be able to hit your goal. That way you can become consistent. I love what Santos said about motivation doesn't take you through. It is the discipline behind it, because the motivation dies out. And then what's going to push you through if you have no motivation? Is the discipline and the belief in you, and in the belief that you're going to hit those goals and get to where you want to be.
We have Rudy.
Rudy.
Buenos días. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Rudy. We are happy you are here with us.
Yes.
So happy to be here. Hey, I'm just listening. I didn't know that I have my hand raised. So anyway, I'm going to say something. Well, I'll say we can go to any type of motivation classes or whatever, but if we don't take actions, nothing is going to happen. I would say every 2 days, we need to check what we just did. Check everything that you did, and if it works or not. Don't look around, don't see other agents doing what they are doing. Just focus on yourself. Another thing that I will say is our business need to be able to adapt to the business that we are in that moment. So remember that real estate is a cycle. Every year has 4 or 5 different cycles. You need to know where you are at the moment. So if you're doing listing and listing is no, then you have to switch to another market. So I'll say keep an eye on the cycle that you're in. Keep checking your agenda every 2 days. See what works and what didn't work. Adapt, and adapt. Always take an action. Don't leave on motivation. Just be persistent. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, Rudy.
We have Eric.
And then Wanda Turner after.
I beat Wanda. I talked earlier. I jumped on it. You're slow, Wanda. You're slow. Good morning, everybody. Excellent what's going on today. And I agree. I'm telling you, I go back to know your numbers. Then I track my KPIs, my numbers every year. Come around November, I plan my next year's business plan according to how good or bad, and I make those changes. And the last one is, what can I say? Discipline. Do it every day. And Cesar, the things that are the ugliest and worse and tiring and terrible, they make you money. You got that right.
The non-sexy items, the non-sexy items.
Very unsexy items, but they make you the money.
The
So just
rejections,
discipline and do it. Okay.
those rejections are not sexy at all when they hang up the phone and say, do not, when you call 100 times and they don't pick up, just don't give up.
The only sexy item I like was when the money goes in the account. But
We all do.
I wish it was like that all the time.
Go ahead,
With
Wanda.
Wanda Turner.
Good morning. Good morning. I just want to say, sometimes I'm gonna say, about me this year, I, changed completely my mindset. I decide, I make big decision. I start grinding since the beginning of the year. And my results are not, looking back, and we are in December now, and my results are not there yet. Or what I was pushing for, it's not there yet. Not there. But looking back and looking to, all that you guys are saying, I look back and I said, wow, everything that I have evolved, I got out of my comfort zone. I have accomplished so much. Not what I, not the financial part or the how many houses I wanted to sell, but looking at other aspects of, evolving in real estate and evolving in different ways. It's amazing what we can, looking back, what I have evolved. So sometimes it's not, the results are not what we wanted, or, it's not what we thought. This is what I want, but sometimes, God take you to another, or take you to a different part of it, and just preparing you to, get to what you want to be.
Yeah, I seen that on you growth, Wanda. You went like from behind the scene to in front of the scene, because now you're here with us on camera. She's teaching classes. She's part of the board at Lake Nona. So you had, like you say, you probably didn't grow so much on the business aspect and closing transaction, but you being in front of the line, you've been in front of the camera, you've been up there showing up, coming to all the events and classes, and developing yourself to get you ready for the next year. I think this year you have gained all that knowledge and confidence that you need to be able to get you ready for 2026. So I would really appreciate all that hard work that you're doing.
So completely out of my comfort zone, but hey, you gotta keep moving. We gotta keep doing what we need to do. We gotta keep taking actions and get uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's how you
doing great, Wanda.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But Wanda, you show up every Monday.
Yeah, thank you.
Every Monday, every Friday, you're doing good. This is every step of all the accomplishment doesn't have to be financial. I'm being a coach this year, very successful. I love it. I'm being in this panel with you guys. That all happened this year, 2025. I have a lot of things to be grateful. Not only the financial place, it's how you grow as a colleague, as a professional. Your commitment with your company, with your colleague, with your office. It's a lot of things to be grateful, not just I didn't have the all the sales I want. No, but I grew up in this part of my life that is helping me a lot and helping others, you know? Count your blessings.
Count your blessings. But like I said earlier, even if you didn't, like everybody's saying, even if you didn't have the year that you wanted, it was still not a wasted effort. It was still not a wasted effort. You cannot look at it as a wasted effort. We can never look anything that we haven't accomplished yet as a wasted effort, because I love what Rudy said. What Rudy was saying, he does it quite often. If he does it every 2 days, I try to do it every week. In regards to troubleshooting, the troubleshooting part, because now you're troubleshooting at the end. You're troubleshooting now, and you're like, man, I didn't get to the goals I need. I didn't hit my goals. I didn't do this. I didn't hit the third. And all of us can ask that same. All of us can do the same exact thing. So that's why it's so important that having them the ability to be able to, one, not mistreat yourself and say, oh, I wasted this year, I didn't do anything. No, this was groundwork for something this year coming up. This was groundwork. You have to continue believing in yourself. That's the biggest thing. You cannot doubt yourself because you didn't get the results you wanted. There was something that you could have done better. There's always something, but you have to give yourself like, hey, okay, we did good. This is groundwork. I didn't hit the goal, but next year, let's go. Let's move forward. So that is something that we have to, that's why it's so important for us. We have to do the KPIs and really troubleshoot the business on a quarterly basis, or quarterly or monthly or weekly, whatever you want to do. Every 2 days, like Rudy said, in regards to figuring out what am I doing, what am I not doing, so that way you can realign, refocus, realign, and refocus, because we get distracted very easily. So remember, it's not a wasted effort. This was groundwork for something that you're working towards. So it's not something that happens overnight, but we want that. We expect that, but that's not the reality. We're not going to get things overnight.
Yeah. And don't fully disconnect. I know we are talking about that we meet again the beginning of the year, but don't fully disconnect about your business. This is a great time. Like Norma say, hey, reach out to those past clients, your family, anyone can. It's a great time. Actually, today I have about 70 cards that I got it manually filled out and sent out for saying, Merry Christmas. And you're doing it too?
Oh, I have everything ready. Look at that. And then yesterday I bought some scratch up. I'm going to put it with my business card.
That's a good idea. I like the scratch off.
For my past clients. Yeah, I hope if they win, they're going to call me, hey, let me share some money with you, or let me buy another property with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have everything ready.
I like that one.
To mail it out.
It's a great time to reconnect. I will challenge you guys this week to sit down, do what Norma and I do. And I actually love that idea, Norma. And being able to reconnect with your clients. Don't get your guard down. I know we have family in town. I'm actually going away next week. But everybody here at home know that my laptop comes with me, and I will still be able to pick up those phone calls and still be able to reconnect. So highly recommend you guys reflect.
I'm writing.
Don't let the year, it's not ended yet. The year's still going. The seeds that you planted in the next 2 weeks is going to be the fruits you might be able to eat in the first quarter of 2026. Eric, last thought before we go.
Yes, I'll be quick. Just to what you were saying, I did a sale this weekend, and I executed contract, loan app, and the whole thing, but totally unexpected. It's somebody who is here to visit family. This is true story. They're here for 2 weeks. They came in last Thursday, and they have reached out to me, and I booked the appointment. I'll take you out on Saturday, and the rest is history. For real. Cool deal. $375, 3% down, and I also not 3% down, 3% compensation. I'm not showing up, just a little bit. And I also got the loan on it.
Awesome.
That's it. I'll keep quiet, but you're correct. This is time. You can't just stop.
Yep. So I put it in the chat. Something as you close out the year, don't rush to judge it. Reflect on it, learn from it, and carry it into 2026 as lessons.
Yes.
So let's go. Let's make this year 20. Let's make 2026 the best year ever.
We have time.
All right, guys. Thank you
yeah.
everyone for joining us today. We really appreciate you. Again, we're here to whatever you guys need. We're a big community trying to help each other. We do have the next call is at 9 a.m. It's in Spanish. So if you're looking to, you know, re-enjoy the next call free, it's also on YouTube. This video, guys, is YouTube live, so you can always share with anyone that you feel like it could take advantage of this call today. Any agents that missed the call, have them go back and review it. So that's what we make it a you know, recorder for you guys. Again, thank you again. I hope that we see you all this week. And before we leave, we want to sing happy birthday to Miss Norma, because her birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday.